DC the Voice, Alabama Prisoner Profiles. What's going on with y'all, man? Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share the content, leave a comment, do all that, man. Interact with the content so we can kick it back in the algorithm. Like I said, views, all that stuff is up, but a good 60% of y'all that are watching the content ain't subscribed. So, you know what I'm saying? We need to flip them numbers upside down. So you need to hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. You feel me? Now, today, got something very special for y'all. At this time, as I make the intro, I still haven't decided if I'm going to split this up into two pieces because it is long. But we got a pretty special interview from an incarcerated advocate that is currently serving a life sentence under the Habitual Offender Act. And we finna hop right into that right now. Now, I do apologize. Bro was, you know what I'm saying, critical about his identity being concealed. And if nobody else understands that, I do. So I had to scramble bro's voice. May want to use some headphones, turn it up and down, do what you gotta do. Maybe turn some captions on. I thought about throwing some captions on there, but it was 70 minutes and I shaved it down to 45. So I bear with me. But here we go.
You have a name or nickname?
Yeah, they call me Thrown Away.
I got you. And what are you locked up for?
I got a license for second-degree burglary on a habitual offender.
Okay. Yeah. I guess how much total time have you done?
On this sentence?
Yeah, or just, I guess, throughout your entire life?
Probably about 40 years.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Gotcha. And, yeah, see, we skipped that one. So, like, what was the atmosphere like when you first came in way back then?
Man, it was totally different than what it is today, man. Everybody minded their own business. Everybody did their own thing. Nobody was in anybody's business. Everybody run with their own little set or their own little clique. It was much, much better than what this is today. Yeah, everybody had to work. They had a farm going back then. You had to get under a shotgun and be in a squad and be on a roll, picking stuff and being subjected to that. But, all this violence wasn't there. Today we got so much violence going on here. So that didn't happen back then. You had a beef with somebody, you got you to 1 or you got you to 5. When it was over with, the shit was over with. It was done with. Everybody wanted to win, that's the way it was. You either won or you lost. Right?
Okay. So, can you describe your first altercation to me again?
Yeah, my first altercation, I was about 17. Came to prison with some guys from my hometown. We came from county jail together. So, I was kind of trying to establish myself as being a man and, being following the convict code. And, somebody kind of, popped off something that was, kind of disrespectful. I think it was about my age or something like that. So I wouldn't let it go, and I instigated the altercation, and it was a one-on-one kind of scenario there. And when it was over, it was over. He won, I lost. I got my ass kicked. That's part of it. But that was my first altercation, and I learned immensely from that. And what I did learn from that is, a mouth will say anything. And, sometimes you got to think for the next man.
Yeah, that's heavy right there. Shit. I didn't realize that you were 17 when that happened, because last time we talked, I thought you were saying that you were in your 30s when that happened.
No, I came to prison the first time. I think it was the end of 76 or the beginning of 77.
What?
Yeah, I had already made both reform schools by then. Roebuck and Mount Major.
Man, I've been wanting to hear more about like the juvenile institutions they have here in the state. Dude, I don't hear much about those.
Yeah, they were terrible.
How long were you in the juvenile thing?
Roebuck, I was there about a year. The situation there was very abusive, and it just being there as a young child. I was what 13, maybe 13, 14, somewhere in that area. This was all new to me and strange to me, and the harshness of it on those over us, our council over us, that was pretty harsh on us. And it just I believe it kind of set me up for the kind of life I live. Because they instilled in me there was no hope for me. I was just gonna always be this, and I was a bad person and that kind of thing. So that was pretty detrimental to me as a child. Well, not as a child, but as a young teenager like that. And Mount Major just kind of progressed. I got out from Roebuck, went home, and the mentality was there. I'd have been in the reform school, and everybody looked at me in school like a tough guy. Everybody wanted to hang out because I'd been in trouble. I was a trouble kid, and that kind of inflated my ego and set me on a path to doing bigger and bigger things in the criminal world. Like I went from in the car stereos to actually still in the cars. So
Progression.
yeah, and Mount Major. I studied Mount Major for about 6 months. Escaped, went to Huntsville, and had nowhere to go. I didn't know anybody there. The guys I ran away with from Mount Major, they had family there, but it just wasn't possible for me to hang out. So I went and done another crime, broke into a restaurant, stole some money, got caught, of course, and that started my adult criminal life.
Man, how did you escape from Mount Big?
Shit, I just hit the door and took off, beat my feet. No, there wasn't a fence down there then. It was wide open, and the dorm I was in back then was like probably 600 yards from the freeway, 85. So it wasn't that much of a Mount Major was none of the boys' school. Mount Major Industrial School, I believe is what they called it. And Roebuck was Alabama Boys Industrial School.
Where was Roebuck at?
It's right there by the golf course off of First right before you get into get into Roebuck area. If you're going downtown down First, as soon as you pass Krispy Kreme there,
yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
and you go around a curve, a little curve there. The boys' school sits off to the left. It's called Vaca now.
No fence there either.
That wasn't at the time. I'm not sure. That was 50 years ago.
So there's juveniles there from all over the state, basically.
Oh yeah.
What were you there for the first time? Have you ever said that?
I broke into a concession stand at a softball field.
You get all the candy, or?
Yeah, I got candy, cigarettes, all that shit. Just some normal shit. Yeah.
We have any altercations with the police there?
Yeah, I had one at Lysol. Back in the chain gang days, I was part of the chain gang, and I'm 96. Yeah, I had altercations with them. Just, being a boy, they being a boy, and, the instill fear and intimidation, and, words were passed, and then they got louder and louder, and the shoving began, and then the fighting began. And once again, I lost.
Damn. Was this like how old were you then? You're probably like what?
I was probably 40 then.
So you just got into a little tussle with the cop there?
Well, it was a little tussle, but, it was an altercation.
They like you get any type of like punishment for that, or like what?
Oh yeah, I was on the chain gang at the time, and we had a separate dorm at Limestone just for the chain gang unit. And once that happened, I was still on the chain gang squad, but I was in lockup. They put me in lockup, and I stayed in lockup. And then when it was time to go to work, they bring us out in the day room area of lockup and line us up, chain us up, and march us out to the side for check out with the rest of the squad. Our squad, the dismissed squad, would be the first ones out and the last ones in. So it was punishment on top of punishment, humiliation on top of humiliation. They have a thing called the hitching rail, and if you didn't perform properly or you give them a hard time or just flat out refuse to go, they take you out to the hitching rail. It stood about probably 4.5 feet tall. Had a big ring in the top of it welded to this concrete pole, and they would run handcuffs to it, and they would cuff one hand on one side and one hand on the other, and you stood there all day. This is summertime, August, September. You stood in the sun all day long, and they bring you a small cup on a cup of water like twice during the whole day. You eat your lunch there, and if you had to piss, you just piss on yourself. If you had to take a crap, you just crap on yourself because you wasn't coming off that rail.
Yeah, that's like the black shit, like the movie. Yeah,
Exactly.
like what did you very first come to like adult prison for all those years back then?
Burglary of the restaurant, breaking in a restaurant.
So I guess like, damn. So that was like after the like escape. So I guess you're like what, about to be adult aged or 18?
I was like 15 at that time. I stayed in the Madison County Jail 22 months trying to get to court. And by the time I got to court, I was already an adult.
When you come out, what's going on then? Do you try to go on the straight and narrow, or?
Yeah, I tried to. I got married. I come home. I went back to my mom and dad's house. Got settled in. And, got involved with some drugs. And got put out of the house on my own about 17. And I met a girl, and we hooked up. Finally wanted to get married. And it lasted probably 3 or 4 years. And then marriage dissolved, and we split up. And I went back to doing what I did best. Wound up back in prison.
So is this another burglary that brings you back again?
No, that was an embezzlement.
Okay. White collar.
Just call it what it is. They charged me with embezzlement, but actually I stole some money from a drop box at a service station.
See, did you work at the service station?
Yeah, I worked there, yeah.
And how much did you get for that? Or how much time did you get for that?
I got 5 years for that.
Damn, okay. So we come back on the 5. Anything significant happened during that time when you come back on these 5?
No, nothing happened. I stayed, I pulled out, got off parole.
What is your family thinking or saying after you go back the second time?
Well, they're not happy with it. Of course, but, I'd already gotten out on my own, and I was living my own life. They didn't agree with it, didn't like it, but they were still family, and that family tie was still there.
Any support while you were locked up, or?
Yeah, my family did at the time. So, yeah, I had support from outside. I got to visit. I had a little money. I didn't have a whole lot, but I had enough to survive. And that's really all you need in prison. And you got to get in that extravagant with it. That's where drug use comes in and all these other problems. So I guess I was fortunate by not having what I wanted, and made do just work with what I had.
What's up with the affiliation, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I made a phone call. You and I discussed this earlier. I made a phone call and asked the question, would it be okay? And they said, yeah, it'd be okay. So I'm going to keep it vague. Yeah, I am affiliated, but it's not the prison affiliation that's going on in here. This is, in the free world, it's worldwide, and we speak many languages. I'll let it go with that.
Word. And, I'm thinking now that you say that again, I'm thinking like y'all got folks in like Japan or something like that, like Japanese members, or like.
We got people in Japan, one of them, yeah. China, New Zealand, Australia, Iceland, Finland, the United States, of course, Mexico, Canada, Nova Scotia. I think it's a total of 128 different countries.
Damn, the audience gonna be on there. They gonna be like, damn, bro, they're like cartel or something.
Well, it's a big family, and it's a big family.
You talk about how that came about, like where you first ran into these folks, or like the little process that, hey, let me be a part of you guys' family.
It was a 2-year process. I didn't quite make it all the way through. However, I still am recognized. I came back to prison, of course, and I've been here ever since. But my loyalty was shown, and it was respected, and it is what it is.
Like the victimization of folks, like what do you think about that? Like of quote unquote weaker prisoners?
I don't think that should be happening, and I don't believe anyone believes that should be happening. When you subject a man to that, because he owes you a couple dollars, that doesn't say that much about him. That says a lot about you. And we're in a situation right now with the Alabama Department of Corrections not want to let anybody go. Now these guys need to keep this in mind. Now these guys have been in here decades for some petty ass crimes because the laws are so messed up. And right now we have some things going on that may give us some play in the legislature this time. And again, they're coming out with all these old oppression videos of these white dudes. I saw one the other day. You got a white dude with a string wrapped around him like he's a dog. He's laying on the floor. Got black eyes. They've been beat up in the floor. Another guy, black guy, goes sits down on the rack and uses him for a footstool. So advocacy sees that. The world sees that. And it's our responsibility, especially these OGs and these adult black men in prison system today. They've done all this time. These kids have. But by allowing that to go on and be shown to society and to the advocacy, all they're doing is allowing themselves to be kept here. Hamilton A&I, they haul people out of Hamilton A&I every day dying. When they said die, that's an aged in a farm camp. That's where you go to die. So, my thing is this, and if you will put this out there, when we see that going on, and we allow it to happen, I know nobody wants to get in nobody's business, but man, this is about your freedom. That should be your priority. That should be your business priority. You're not going to let a man come up and step in front of you if you know you're trying to get out. Or you going to let a man keep you in prison doing some stupid shit. Advocacy is getting tired of this. Advocacy sees this. This is where our support comes from. It may not be what we would like for it to be, but it's better than nothing at all. And these guys that are doing this shit, they want to post these videos, they want to put their face out there, and then when ADLC comes in and snatches their shit up, the first thing they want to do is run to advocacy talking about, I need a phone. Or, oh, I need my phone bill paid because I'm doing these videos. No, you're doing personal shit. That should be considered a tool for advocacy if you're going to expect advocacy to put the bill for it. It's not to use to show you oppressing some stupid ass little kid that don't know any better, first time in prison, scared to death. That's not what that's for. And although it's going to happen, just keeping it real, it's going to happen. But OGs and older guys need to intervene, and say, hey, you can't do that because you're fucking me up. You're keeping me in prison.
Right, really, I feel like it takes a strong-willed advocate to sit through and realize, that ain't everybody. That's why I'm like, everybody don't need to come home, you know what I'm saying?
Right, man. And, society's seeing this shit. And you know how society is, man. They put us all in the same damn barrel and say they're all just alike. They see one doing that, they think everybody's doing that. And there's many, many, many more that would like to go home and would go home and would do that, if all this violence would cease. It's like a pack of wolves and a herd of lambs. And, and I'm not using people as, not using lambs as saying they're weak or anything. These cats want to go home. They don't want to do anything to jeopardize them having to stay any longer than what they actually have to. These wolves know that. These wolves know if they put down on them, put pressure on them, they're going to get on the phone and call mama. Oh, they're fixing to kill me. Well, that's just fucked up in itself. And, then it filters down to the free will advocates. Now you're not just doing it to the child. You're extorting the advocate that's trying to help you. We can't continue to let it go on. Something's got to give here. They're building these new prisons. These guys need to understand this too. All this shit they're doing on social media, you think when them 4,000 cells get ready to put somebody in, there's no doubt who's going. It's the troublemakers, the ones that's been on social media doing this bullshit. It's the drug dealers. They're the ones going to fill themselves up.
You think they're going to put the problem inmates and then they're going to give the problem inmates the new facility?
Well, if you get the problem inmates away from everybody else, then you give everybody else a chance, at least a chance to do that. To try to get out because you don't have that intimidation and you don't have that drug problem. Everything can kind of chill for a minute. Everybody, reset, get their sights straightened back out and, get back on track. But this thing just went to hell in the last 5 years.
Since 2018, would you?
Pretty much, yeah. When they stopped that, when the promo stopped letting people go, it became a situation where there was no hope. And, I can understand that. A man that doesn't have any hope, he has no reason to want to do better. He's just trying to get through the day the best way he can. And, if you're just a bad individual, that's going to be your daily routine. And, people in prison, some people in prison need to be in prison. Some people in prison need to stay in prison. And, the kind of behaviors that some of these are exhibiting, those are the ones that need to stay in prison. Because they don't have anything to offer society except violence and intimidation. And, I wouldn't want them doing my mom that way. I wouldn't want them doing my sister that way. But they have no place in society. So, do everybody a favor. Put them somewhere where they can't do that. If they do, let them do it to each other. And that's what Carrie intends on doing. But say a lot for the people that's trying to do that. She's going to take all the trouble and put it in one spot and use it as a tactic to ensure that everybody else outside of that camp understands that if you go out here and do some stupid shit, you're going over there. So that's an incentive not to go in itself. Big business, the way I see it. You got a problem, you can't stop it, you separate it.
Yeah, I guess that's one solution, I guess. Yeah.
Well, the bigger solution is, get rid of the dirty cops, stop the corruption, get the dope out here. But that's a major undertaking and it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Corruption's not going anywhere.
If the feds stepped in.
If the feds stepped in, and, you know, if they came in and revamped from the ground up, you know, it could change. But it would be some drastic changes that have to take place.
Like what?
Starting off, you know, you have to start with screening your officers better. Getting a better caliber of officer in here. You know, these guys, they just had a graduating class here a month or so ago. I think there was 60 of them. You know, I could see on TV that probably half of them were still children. So, given that, they grew up in this era with this mentality, coming into this kind of environment, they don't stand a chance. They're going to be just as corrupt as anybody else in a year. Give them a year and they'll be just as corrupt as the rest. So they're really not doing anything. You know, they're putting more security here, but they're putting corrupt security here. So, you know, it's not helping the problem. It's just expanding the problem. It's, you know, instead of having 3 corrupt officers on the ship, now you got 5.
Yeah, I guess they're like, we rather have corrupt staff than no staff. We barely have staff. But...
Well, I mean, you know, the staff is allowing them to be kidnapped, held hostage. We just had an incident. I just saw it on social media here a couple of days, maybe 3 days ago. And, you know, the situation was they took 2 white kids. One of them was 20, but both of them was 20, I believe. Took them to another dorm, tied them up, held them hostage, repeatedly raped them, repeatedly beat them, brutally beat them, and gave one of them a hot shot to attempt to kill him to keep him from talking. The one that gave the hot shot to is currently now in the Federal Hospital, brain dead. No, man. And he's senseless. It was probably over nothing, man. It was probably over a couple bucks.
I was gonna say, like, I wonder if dude made it or not like that. So I mean, he's brain dead pretty much.
You know, he's like been in the hospital for 4 days, maybe 5 days behind this incident. You know, DLC gives them 12 days. They don't come out in 12 days, they pull a plug on. And DLC's already called it 6 as of yesterday, which DLC cheated a couple of days, but, you know, they're calling it 6. Today's 7.
Wait, so the DA has authority over the plug rather than these people's family?
Right.
That's crazy. I guess you're in the custody of the state.
It's just crazy. You know, something has to happen. Something's either got to blow up and happen from the inside, or it's got to blow up and happen from the outside. You know, something's going to blow. It can't keep going on through.
Are they locking anybody up for this incident? Or?
From what I understand, they moved him to another camp, and he's still in population. So, you know, they just relocated.
One culprit that they got?
Well, yeah, they caught one. I'm sure there was more. Yeah, one has been caught, and, you know, don't know whether it'll be prosecuted or not. I have no way of knowing. DLC is so corrupt.
What about the other dude that survived? He's,
from my understanding, he is recovering, but he's still in bad shape.
Have anything else that you want to just go ahead and talk about freestyle?
Yeah, I'd like to talk about advocacy for a minute. You know, if it'd be okay.
Go for it.
So we got a lot of advocacy groups out there in the world, and, you know, most of them are on social media. And, you know, it's becoming stagnant. You know, we got into advocacy almost 2 years ago, and, you know, since that, it's kind of gone downhill. You know, there's a lot of things going on in advocacy that shouldn't be going on. And, you know, there's a lot of fake-ass people. Let me just keep it real. There's a lot of fake-ass people up in advocacy, you know, promoting self, and, you know, that shouldn't be. Advocacy is there for everybody. And some of these groups tend to want to, you know, advocate for one. And, you know, all the resources go to whoever needs it. But when you start advocating for one, and you're using these resources to keep this one out of lockup because he's done some stupid shit. He wants to get on Facebook and he wants to put his face all over Facebook, and this is just unnecessary. You can report without putting yourself out there, and they choose to do it for notoriety and spotlight. And when they get jammed up, the first thing they want to do is call for advocacy to get them out, and everybody does. A lot of them do. They have a lot of support to get them out. So solitary confinement is cruel and unusual, and it's just the nature of the beast. But these guys need to understand they need advocacy. Advocacy don't need them. Advocacy's there to help. And when these guys go in here running these skits and scams and doing this shit for themselves and not being productive and taking away resources from everybody else, then they should be dealt with. And there's some groups out there that are really good. I'm going to mention a couple of them, and it's Alabama Prison Advocacy Reform and Incarcerated Families. It's Alabama Prison Advocacy and Reform. The Woods Foundation is pretty good. They was the one that put the group and the nonprofit together for the gentleman that was butchered during the execution here last year. As I hate to, I want to go ahead and plug Unheard Voices. There's a new one coming out, Alabama Insiders for Change. They're waiting on final approval. They're doing some good stuff. And from what I've seen today, they started a Stop the Violence campaign. And, if anybody hears this or whatever, I think it would be good to, go and support that cause, because they're calling out for outside advocates and inside advocates to come together and let's stop the violence. It's unnecessary. I agree with that. It's unnecessary. There's many more Bam Queen Team and Free Alabama Movement that will be with Kinetic Justice and Orlando Earl Council and Melvin Ray. Those are real soldiers that have really gone above and beyond. Earl's lost an eye and almost died at Donaldson years back behind advocating, and currently he is in limestone lockup for advocating for unity, for everybody to come together and just shut the shit down and make them come to the table. And they're retaliating against him right now. And that's wrong. We should be able to invoke our First Amendment rights and do a peaceful protest. But ADLC don't see it that way. Like I was saying, there's a lot of good advocates out there, and I just want to thank them myself for all they do for us.
Definitely shout out to all the advocates out there. You know what I'm saying?
They do some great things.
So that stuff really works where people are like, on social media, like, I'm in lockup, or so-and-so has been placed in the lockup because of these, and people...
Oh, yes, it happens every day. Me, myself, I deal with a lot of situations. And I'm not tooting my horn or anything like that, but, I'm an active advocate inside. I try to stay below the radar to keep from having these adverse things happen to me before I can be productive to others. But, I deal with people every day talking about, my son owes money. How do I do this? And I try to explain to them, he's doing a lot of cash apps. He's probably doing drugs. A lot of times I don't want to hear it, but, ultimately at the end of the day, we resolve some of it. Some of these guys get on social media. They bust themselves by wanting the spotlight and the notoriety. They get thrown in lockup. They cry out, they got me in lockup. Well, advocacy is going to run to them. We're going to send an email. We're going to make a phone call. We're going to do whatever we can do to cause ADOC to let them out. And we've had some pretty good success with it. We emailed John Hamm. We emailed the individual wardens. We emailed constituent services. We email, call everybody. We even make, some of us have even made calls to the president.
Do these people pick up the phone or at least like get back to him?
80% of the time, no. But just from sheer numbers, you know, if we do a call to action for, phones out, we might have 200 people call in one day. Do the same number. Somebody's going to tell them something. Somebody's going to find something out because those people are just going to be damn fed up, man. God, another phone. Let's tell them something, so they'll stop calling. That's a tactic, and we have to use that word, and advocacy comes together, and they do a good job with that. And there's a lot of tension in advocacy, and everybody don't see things the same way, and it's just a lot of different ideas trying to go a lot of different ways. But at the end of the day, it is working, and these guys in prison, they don't understand that. As bad as things are, there are some good things happening, and it's coming from sheer effort and determination from these advocacy groups. They're getting played, but they're still there. They're being talked to like children by the inmates, and they're still there. They're being disrespected by the inmates in the conversations, and they just talk down to them like they know more, and what they have to say is of no value. And that's not fair to the advocate. These people don't have to be here. For you to treat them that way or disrespect them, that says something about your character. So we need to be a little more constituted advocates, even though we may not be getting what we really think we should be getting. We should still take, their feelings and what they do into consideration when we start wanting to be overly aggressive in a conversation. Because we don't have to be,
I know I'm trying to remain as respectful, but I may be a little condescending, but
it's okay to be an asshole. It's not okay to be disrespectful to somebody that's trying to help you.
I'm like, shit. If it's a prison, I'm like, well, shit. I mean, I feel like he probably does know more because he's actually there and shit, but I'm still trying to tell him, guys.
Yeah, I'm an asshole, and I have been known to say some things I always haven't said. However, I don't do it with advocates, not free will advocates. I do it with these guys in here. It's just I really don't have much of a choice in here. But the free will advocates are different in my book. They're there for me. I'm not there for them. It don't work that way. And on that, I respect that, and I'm grateful for that. I'm just happy that somebody is caring enough to be concerned about me. And these guys should understand it too. They don't have to be. They don't have to answer the phone. They don't have to, when you're in a spot, they don't have to, take money out of their pocket and away from their own family to send you. Need to be a little more respectful.
And I really didn't realize that it's that many. When you got 200 people call, I thought maybe 5, 6, maybe 10.
No. One group, the big group, Alabama Prison Advocacy, or Alabama Prison Reform. Alabama Prison Advocacy Reform has almost 10,000 members. Incarcerated Families got about 7,000, and then all the other little groups. They have 700 in this one, 1,000 in this one. And they all work together, and you compile those numbers, you're talking 10, 11,000 people, members. So, when a call to action goes out, it's posted in these groups, and the members see it, and they just do it. You don't have to ask them to do it, although we do notify them that we need this done, and people jump right on board. They want to help. They really do. They want to help. I can't say thank you enough to them people. But they don't have to do that. They could be watching TV, or they could be, living life without being concerned with all this. They choose to help us, and that's awesome.
One of my main goals is educating the public and shit like that for the few people that are close to me to know that I do this. And like, why the hell, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody in prison made a mistake. Let me say this: everybody in prison made a mistake, either by being in the wrong place at the wrong time, or making a bad decision and committing a crime. I'm not saying everybody in prison is guilty, because I'm sure, given the corrupt nature of the judicial system, there's probably a lot of innocent people in prison. But then again, the decision-making process put them in a position for that to happen to them. But back to my point, everybody made a bad decision that brought them to prison somehow or another. But everybody in prison is not bad. What we need society to understand, yeah, we made a mistake, but this is not indicative of the person's character or moral fiber. You have a really good individual in prison that made a mistake, and he'll go back out and he'll never make that mistake again. But then again, you have some that it doesn't matter. They're always going to be in prison. And, I can't really say much about that because I spent the majority of my life in prison. I'd like to speak on mental health issues at a later point. We could do something again, in the future. And that's an issue too. And it needs to be addressed. Everybody in prison is not bad. Sometimes it takes stuff to jolt us to get us to open our eyes and open our minds to, what the real issue is. I came to prison on this sentence when I was 33. All my family's died since I've been here. I have one sister left and one daughter that I haven't spoken probably 50 words to in the last 35 years.
Damn.
So, I'm sitting here with no family. The only family I have is advocacy, and they're a damn good family. A quarter of them are, just like my actual family, and I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, Alabama Prisoner Profiles can join the game.
I hope so, because things are going to change. There's going to be a change coming in Alabama. It's got to. There's no way around it. Something's got to happen. But you can't keep going the way it's going. So, there is change coming, and everybody's going to be able to say, man, I was a part of that. History's going to remember two kinds of people in this. Those that were actually fighting and those that were laying down. History's going to remember you for either being a coward or they're going to remember you for being a hero. If you're going down in the history book, one way or the other, the choice is yours. How you go down, how you're viewed, how your grandchildren see you in the future. That's what you need to be concerned with. If somebody walk up to me right now and kill me for being an advocate, I'd be cool with it. I don't want to die. I'll be cool with it. You know why I'd be cool with it? Because I've stood on some things that others wouldn't stand on, and I've put myself out there several times. That was the most people wouldn't have done. My heart's in the right place, dude. I want change for these men. I want to see them be able to go home. It's not about me. If I'm 65 years old, my fucking life's over with. I don't have much of a future left anyway. But what I got right now, I'm doing good. I'm doing good for people. I'm helping mothers with problems. I'm helping individuals in prison with problems. Reaching out to people, helping people find halfway houses, helping them figure out how they need to go about trying to get a parole, trying to get them in these drug treatment classes or get them in some of these classes. And it's all day long, every day. Monday through Sunday, and it goes on. Last night, I went to bed after breakfast. It was 10 to 5. I went to bed, and I was right back up at like 8:30. And my days been full all day long, but I enjoy that. That's what I do. That's how I give back that's how I give back to society for the shit I did. You know, I've learned in my later years that, you know, responsibility and accountability bring out things in a man that are really important. It used to be about me and only me, and now it's about them and very seldom me. And I find growth in that, and I find, you know, a great joy in that, being able to help someone. These three little people and these mothers will tell me, you know, thank you so much, Mom, for what you did for me. And that is just, you know, there's just a feeling, you know, that, you know, you just don't have those kind of things happen to you in prison. And, you know, it's really rewarding. Just the thank you is so rewarding, more so than money. You know, I had one the other night. I had one just last night say, you know, give me your real name and I'll send you a Christmas package. For two reasons I don't do that. One, nobody gets my real name. And two, you know, I appreciate the offer and I'm touched by it, and, you know, I'm touched that you think of me that way, but, you know, I don't do that. I haven't done that, and I'm not going to start doing that. You know, I do what I do. This is how I get paid. I get paid when I see that your issue has been resolved favorably. That's my pay.
Your man turning down the Christmas package.
Yeah, I turned it down. I turn all money down. People, you know, sometimes, you know, I hustle around a little bit in prison, you know, and, you know, I got like a $60 a month phone bill to keep my phone up. So I hustle that. But some months I'm short, and sometimes I might have to reach out and say, hey, man, can you give me a $5 cash out toward my phone bill? I never have a problem getting it. You know, people know Toronto don't ask for money. I do not take money. So I'm not too, you know, blown up to know that I need something to continue on, and it's so silly not to ask for it. You know, ego's not going to play into this. You know, if I need it, I'll ask. But if I don't need it, you know, and you don't owe me anything. So that's my philosophy. I do it because I want to, not because I'm looking for some gain.
All right, crazy, man. And that's gonna do it, man. Shout out that boy Thrown Away. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. DC The Voice, Alabama Prisoner Profiles. Okay.